Alright guys, well today we're working on something a little bit different here. This is a 1976 Ford F250 Highboy. We bought this at the auction a couple of weeks ago, maybe longer. Come all the way out of Nebraska. Sorry about that, it's come out of Sydney, Nebraska is where this came from. Really solid body, damn near 100% rust free. It'd been sitting up there, some guy, I can't remember exactly what it was, but they had over 800 vehicles on there, and we bought this. I bought this one, and then I bought another. Actually, my brother bought this one, and then I bought the other one. But like I said, they done this when they pushed it over there. That there, I think, can be popped out, but there ain't no tires and wheels on it at all. But this is the cool thing about this truck here. It's got an inline 6 Isuzu diesel in there. It's a non-turbo, naturally aspirated, which that don't bother us none. If we need to put turbo on there at one time, we can. But didn't know if it ran or nothing. Only thing we know is that, you know, you pretty much, we bought it sight unseen on the internet. But other than that, there, as soon as the truck got here, I checked it out, and it did free spin over, and that was a good sign on that. As you can see here, like I said, there ain't no rust. There's no rust at all in this truck here. I mean, it is all solid as can be, and you can see the frame here. The frame, I mean, there is no pitting, no nothing. And the truck is a 5-speed manual transmission, and it's all hooked up besides the front drive shaft is not there. The back drive shaft's there, but the front drive shaft isn't. So that's just one thing that we have to do. But as far as everything else, I mean, it is absolutely as clean as they come. And I don't know if the people that had built this truck, here's the name right here on the side, Diesel Conversions of Sandhill Implement Incorporated. I'm assuming they're the ones, like I said, that did the conversion on this. I don't know if they done like a bunch of them, but I went on ahead and I got a battery sitting in here. This end here is broke off here, so I'll have to wind up putting a pair of vice grips on that for now. And checking everything out, I have not tried to start it yet. I got all the batteries sitting back here, and then I checked it, and I thought that it had diesel in it, but it don't have no diesel. So we're going to take and put some diesel in the tank. It's right here behind the cab. Other than this, here's a little crack right here, and other than that, there, like I said, it's in really good shape. Even this side here is immaculate for the year. I mean, I honestly think I should just start buying everything I can get from out west. But no tailgate on the truck. But other than that, there, here's what the rest of it looks like. The bed and the floor here is a little beat up. It was, you know, just a farm truck out in Nebraska. I think they said it was on a, somehow or another, I think they said something about it was, they used it out there on a ranch or something along them lines. I don't really know for sure on that there, but I'll make another video on the other truck whenever I get it going. We're gonna throw some, let me get my fuel can here, see if y'all, make sure y'all can see it here. And I'll get to putting some diesel fuel in this thing. I did check all the lines, and all the fuel lines and everything is still hooked up there. But I don't know if this fuel, it's not all the way out, but it's pretty close to it. And I don't know for sure if the tank's got a hole in it. We're going to check it out, but it does have a little bit of fuel in there, so I don't think it's rusted out. But the guy had just like a salvage yard or like a scrap yard or something. The only thing I was kind of worried about is I just don't know why someone would take us to the junkyard. Maybe it was just old, or I don't really know, you know. I hate these new fuel cans. It's just, these are two we had up there, and I'm just going to use them. It seems like it takes forever to get the fuel in here. But I just wanted, before I put a set of tires there on there, or doing that kind of stuff there, these rims here are 16.5 rims. So it's going to be hard to get a set of tires for this truck here. So I'll probably have to wind up changing these rims out. But if I do leave these on there, I might have to go with like a super swamper or something like that there along those lines. just wanted to make sure there wasn't no leaks nowhere, and I don't see none. Let's keep filling this thing on up. It may be a 4-speed. I'm not for sure on that. I think they said it was a 5-speed, but it could be a 4-speed. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm just hoping that this 5 gallons will get us where we need to be at in there. And these stripes on here, they're not no tape. Somebody painted them on there. Hand painted those stripes on there. Set this can over here. Luckily it's got a primer on there, so maybe I can get some fuel primed up to it. Okay, it's definitely got fuel now. Let's go over here to this. Over here, like I said, I took the breather off because I didn't know if there was any mice or anything in there. So I just wanted to see if I could come up with anything on that. Hopefully we can get some fuel. You can tell it was cold up there where it was at because it's got a block heater in there. Well, a little thing inside the antifreeze thing there. And like I said, this primer may be bad. I don't know for sure. I ain't getting nothing out of there yet. And I checked all the fuel lines. The fuel lines, they look really good, so I don't think there was nothing going on with them. I might, like I said, might have to wind up might have to wind up pulling this fuel filter here off and seeing if get this camera set up here. Might have to wind up pulling this fuel filter off here and seeing if there's any I'm not getting no pressure. Might have to pressurize the tank, I don't know. Try to get some of that fuel pumped up here. Because we're definitely not getting no. So I'm assuming this is going to be the return. Oh. Well, no wonder. No wonder it's not pumping nothing up. It'll never pump nothing up there like that. The primer here for the primer is broke. It broke that off. So I'm going to have to wind up seeing. I'm going to have to wind up seeing if I can get me one of those little pieces there. I'm not for sure, but it's definitely not going to run without that there. So, let me see if I can get that off down there. I think it's like a 3/4 maybe. It's definitely not 13/16. Let's see if this will do it. Try this 11/16 here and see if this does it. If I can get my wrench. How many times am I going to drop the wrench? Okay. I'm sitting there just hand priming away. It's definitely got some diesel. It needed an inline filter on there. Some damn rocks here. Definitely need to put an inline filter back in that when it goes back to putting that together. That's for sure. As far as putting something in there, I don't know if I can. That thing is plumb full of rocks. I don't know if that's, I mean, that is brass, but I don't know if I can solder anything back in there or not. Yeah, I don't know if I can solder anything in there or not. Let me make a phone call and see if I can't, get me one of these pieces here. Alright guys, I was able to go to the parts place up there where I get my hydraulic lines made, and I was able to get one of these fittings here. So hopefully we can get this thing fired up here before it gets too late. I'll go ahead and put this back down inside here. And oh yeah, That there's good and tight, so we should be good on that part. And I got like another screw piece on the bottom there, so where I can just screw it down in there. Okay, got that there done now. This here is the other end. This here's the other end piece that I had got. It's on a swivel because they didn't have one of these right here that would fit into there, so I had to improvise on that a little bit. So as long as I can get this right here, and then I'll get me a... The other one here didn't have no fuel filter on here, so I'm putting an inline filter on it when I do it, because there was a lot of damn dirt and build up, like little bitty pieces of rock and gravel and everything else that was down inside there. So I just decided whenever I put it all back together, I'm gonna wind up putting a little inline filter on here. Okay, that's good and tight. And I'm gonna crawl underneath there and I'm gonna cut that line and I'm gonna put a filter in there real quick, and that'll make it to where we can take and get it primed up so we can get this thing started. All right, well, I got that fuel line on there, and I went ahead and I pressurized the fuel line and blew back because I didn't want to worry about anything being inside there, because I'm not going to leave this like this here. I'm just putting it like this for now, just so I can get this thing started and see how good it's going to start and see how good it's going to run. But when I do put it back together, I'll definitely put a fuel filter in place of this here. But I'm going to put metal lines on there. These rubber lines here, these rubber lines here, they're about shot anyway, so I'm going to take and just put these on there and get that on there. And I just want to get these, I just want to get it like this here, because when I took that little fuel filter housing, that little banjo bolt off, there's a screen in there, but that screen there was just shit all piled up inside there, and it just needed to be cleaned out. So I went ahead and got all that stuff clean. And plus with the inline filter like this, you can see exactly what everything's going to look like. And plus there was some nasty fuel that I wanted to get run through there first, so that's why I run it like it. Yeah, that's on there good. I'll get back up on top here. Leave my air hose here out of the way. Ugh. Set this back up here. Set this back up here. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this one here up now. As long as that primer button's good, we should be just fine. As far as getting fuel here, we should have fuel to this thing now. Up here. Okay, that's that there. I'm gonna take this breather here off. Let's see if I can get it to prime up now. Oh yeah. Probably been a long time since this thing here's seen some damn diesel fuel. Okay, feels like we're all primed up here now. Let's let me get over here with my battery here and see if we can get this thing cranked up.
This thing don't roll on me.
All right, guys, let's see if we can get this thing cranked up. I'm just gonna bump it out here because out here I can see what I'm doing. Earlier when I was doing, I got to spin over earlier, but I couldn't get it to, you remember, like I said, because that thing was messed up on me, so. Try to hit that right there. Don't touch that. Hit it with that hammer there, my boy in there messing with it. Let me see if I got a nail. So starter here, I think it's seen better days. That's what I hit on earlier there, and I got the hit, but see what we got now. I got to do something there. I think that wire there's loose. Oh, yeah.
I saw a spark.
I think that one poker's loose. Let me take his here off. And see if that bolt there, it looks like that bolt's loose. It's gonna be bigger, and that's for like a 5/8. Could be a millimeter too, I don't know. Let's. It's a little bit bigger there. I think that's our problem there, it's loose. I think it's making no contact. Okay, now we got her tight. That should be good now. Let's see what we can do here.
It's a neutral, I promise. I know how to do it.
Okay. Hook this back up here. Okay, got that now. Let's see what we got now here. Okay, here we go. We're doing something now here. The button inside here does
I'm gonna
anything.
sit in the truck so it don't roll. Yeah. Hit the gas pedal.
Let's try it here real quick. I don't really like starting trucks from the outside here. Okay. Let's see if we can prime it up a little bit more here. Okay. We'll try it again here and see what it does this time. She's close. She wants to go. Let's try her now. There she is. We got her now here. Let's check it here. I don't know why, but the transmission there is still spinning. Unless it's just something free rolling. Let's turn the gauge here on. Okay, yeah. Fuel gauge is working. Oil pressure gauge is working. So all that there is working pretty good. I'm sitting here chugging along. Make sure the kill off here works. Okay, yeah, that's working good. Alrighty, guys. Well, we got this thing up and running here. Ain't smoking too bad. Let's try to see if it'll start back up here real quick. Jumping back off the screwdriver here. It could still have a little bit of air in the line. Okay, guys, well, it is running. It's not smoking that bad. So at least it does run good. So we'll get our stuff here picked up, and I'm gonna let this thing sit here and run for a few more minutes. But I really want to get the tires put on there so I can take and get up there to the shop. I really want to pressure wash it all off real good and suck all that mouse shit out of there. So I don't really want to worry too much about. I want to make sure I get it all cleaned off and make sure everything inside the cab, because sometimes them mice, they'll get in there and they'll chew shit up, and next thing you know, you have the damn thing caught on fire. So yeah, like I said, I just want to make a video on this test run on this little thing here that's been sitting for about, I don't know, like I said, around 20 some years. I can't remember. I don't think this one has a license plate on this one to know exactly when the last thing was done, and there ain't no license receipt in there. So I don't know how long it's been, but I bet you it's been a pretty long time since it's been running. But at least we got her up and going here, and I'll get this battery cable here fixed, and I'll put dual batteries on it again and get all that stuff there working pretty good. But yeah, it's seems to be running pretty good. So thanks again, guys.